After the 24-volt supply has been applied, the safety locking device makes two safety outputs ready for the connection on a safety monitoring module. By a valid 2-channel control signal, the solenoid interlock will be unlocked. An additional signal as diagnostic output is available. The AZM 400 has a large actuator tolerance, so that it can be used with large installation tolerances, vibrations, or door offsets. The actuator tolerance is up to 4 mm in all directions around the axis of the locking bolt. The allowed distance between the actuator and solenoid interlock is 1 to 7 mm. The solenoid interlock AZM 400 with a holding force of 10,000 Newton is especially suitable for heavy doors. Often doors are up-tighted because of the sealing lips or a door offset. The AZM 400 enables an unlocking against tightened doors up to 300 Newton. Due to the bistable operating principle, the last locking position of the AZM 400 will remain in case of a voltage breakdown. If a voltage breakdown occurs in the locked position, the safety outputs are switched off immediately. But the locking bolt will remain in the extended position so that the safety door cannot be opened. If the locking bolt does not reach the locked condition with the first attempt, the AZM 400 makes a further autonomous attempt. If the second attempt also fails, the AZM 400 signals a fault. The multi-fault protection increases the operational safety due to the targeted fault tolerance and preventive diagnostics. If, for example, a cross fault is detected in the connection lines during operation, the controller receives a diagnostic signal to abort the current action or to perform a shutdown. After the initial fault diagnosis, the safety outputs remain switched on for a further 30 minutes before they also shut down. This allows regulated shutdown processes and prevents associated hazards or rejects. Standard coded AZM 400 are operational with a factory delivery state. Individually coded safety locking device and actuators are simply taught. First, switch off the safety locking device, then reapply the voltage, and move the actuator to the detection area. The teach-in process is signaled at the safety locking device with the illuminated red LED and the flashing yellow LED. After 10 seconds, it is required to switch off the supply voltage to the safety locking device. This is indicated with short flashes. The next time the supply voltage is switched on, the actuator needs to be acquired again to activate the taught activation code. The activation code is finally stored and the system is ready immediately. The AZM 400 variants with individual coding ensure a high level of bypass protection and are therefore suitable for protection equipment where the temptation to manipulate is quite high. If with these variants a replacement actuator is used instead of the taught actuator, then this condition is recognized by the sensor and is not released. False actuators are recognized and are indicated by 5 red flashes. The actuators already taught remain operational. With individually coded safety locking devices that are of type I1, the initial assignment of the safety locking device and actuator is irreversible. Type I2 safety locking devices can be taught multiple times, and the actuator teach-in process can be repeated indefinitely. To teach in a replacement actuator, the teach-in process is repeated with a new actuator. This causes the code to be overwritten, which means the original actuator is not recognized and is rejected. After the teach-in process of a replacement actuator, a 10-minute blocking release ensures an increased manipulation protection. The green LED flashes after completion of the relearn process until the blocking release duration has expired and the new actuator has been acquired. If the supply is interrupted during this period of time, the protection period begins again. This manipulation protection time is not effective during the teach-in process for the initial actuator. The two-connector version is characterized by an additional diagnostic output and the possibility to connect an electrical manual release. The electrical manual release of the functional enhanced version can be released by an additional auxiliary power supply. By connecting the auxiliary power supply, it is possible to unlock the solenoid interlock in case of a power breakdown or a switching off of the main power supply.